Hey you guys, this is Chickman here with The Day the Bird Stood Still Part 2 Remastered. Well, when we left off last time on this series, Mishes' hometown got attacked and Master started dying. He spoke no more. We all knew those were the last he would speak. I carry him over my back down the hill to bury him and pay our final respects when not too far down the dirt sucks us in but doesn't take Master with us. The twins and I wake up at the same time on a sandy desert-like area. A big, tan, bulking, smiling man comes walking towards us through the dunes. He greets us all by name, though we do not know him, and together gives the three of us a giant hug. He speaks with a deep, booming, but wild, lovingly childish voice. I have plenty of food for your arrival, and will you come and have some? His big dark eyes begged us so much we possibly couldn't reject his offers, so we told him yes and settled into a hearty feast. Hey, Oscilla. I'm kind of doing something that's not so co-op.
I know.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay. Early the next day, Mish is talking to himself, traumatized. He asked us what had happened because he was a friend of Master's and had attempted to bring us all here on Master's call. I explained to him why Master wasn't here and what had happened. He sat politely through it and at the end said, "Cursed repulsors." I had asked him what it meant, and he threw a mysterious gas in my face and said, "All will be known from dreams." And everything went black before I hit the ground. I felt different. My vision blurred, which I now assumed to be the traveling of time, but I did not know that then. After an unknown amount of time, it stopped and I could see clearly. There were many dark men near a desert harvesting plants in a surprisingly fertile land. A man sits on top of a giant seat and looks down on the world beneath him. Another man walked into the room where the man in the seat sits. He has a giant staff, which he dramatically threw on the ground and turned into a giant snake. The man in the seat was amazed by this and smiled and started to beckon him to leave, when a man like the one that gassed me, but with an evil, conniving look on his face, whispered in his ear. The seated man's face then hardened and made his people chase him away. I followed the chase from high above, and then the man with the staff had tripped. The pursuers were on him in an instant, but then a big man that looks exactly like the evil one that talked to the seated man, except he had big friendly eyes, jumps in and protects him. The pursuers had walked away, annoyed. Yep, that's a biblical Moses reference attempt. Oh, by the way, guys, if you are watching this, please pay much attention to the series. Like, I value this one above all others, just for the fact that, as a YouTuber, this one's what sets me apart from everyone else. So, yeah, that's important in that way. The two greeted each other, and the one with the staff gave thanks. The blurs happened again. I then turned up at a place that was extremely hot. I heard the beating of hammers upon metal, and the evil man was yelling at enchained chickens and humans, trying to get them to work faster than their already rushed from fear pace. I looked over at a chicken that was lame because of a wing that was obviously broken and was not working very fast. The evil man noticed this and pulls out a whip. He did not whip the back though, instead he whipped the chicken in the belly, which made him fly backward to the point where the chains grew taut, and the poor chicken was stopped suddenly dislocating both his wings so that they hung limp on the ground. He then cruelly said, "Now you have a reason to work slowly," and threw him into a giant pit of starving prisoners in loincloths, which tore the poor bird to pieces and ate him raw. My vision blurred again, but then there was a disruption in the blur, which was the kind copy of the evil man. He told me that I had seen enough to make someone insane and would need some rest time to process these images. I then came back into the real world lying in a bed, and the only thing that helps kill the terror was to talk myself like someone was there and get the words off my shoulders. That would be why I'm here now. See you guys, Chicken Man out for part 2.